Arienette, and I have to trick myself into doing the things that I enjoy now. I really need to fold all of this laundry, and I also wanted to make this video for you talking about what it's been like having braces as an adult so far. So I thought I could get these two things done at the same time. Is this me tricking you into spending time with me while I complete household tasks? Maybe. You're still here, aren't you? So I actually had braces for the first time when I was a kid, and I can't remember exactly how old I was, but I did have them on for a few years, and I remember it being a really horrible experience for a lot of reasons. So I started therapy almost a year ago, and I have been unpacking a lot of trauma stuff and making a lot of progress. And throughout that experience, I realized that my fear of the dentist was a little bit unfounded, and I feel really comfortable going there now, so I decided to get braces again. My mouth has been such a ridiculous source of entertainment and pain and all this kind of stuff my entire life so far. I have some theories about my mouth and why it's so messed up, but I don't want to talk about that in this video. It's a little bit disturbing, so this I just want to, I don't know. To sum it up really quickly, I had a horrible crossbite when I was a very small child, and it grew really badly in my mouth, and my jaw was not aligned properly. I had big teeth and a small mouth, and my teeth actually came in rows, like a shark. The main issue was the crossbite, and then the severe crowding was also a pretty important issue too. They were almost like the same kind of severity. So I had a pretty structured plan laid out for me by the time I was ready to have my braces put on. The only problem is that my parents weren't exactly willing to pay for the entire treatment. They wanted to cut costs as much as they could and cut out as much as possible. So I had a lot of painful dentist experiences. At one point, I had 4 of my adult teeth surgically extracted. I could talk about that experience right now, but again, that is quite disturbing content, so I will save that for another time. But yeah, I'm missing 4 teeth, and I didn't really know this until I was at the dentist not too long ago, and they were like, "Oh, you're missing teeth," and I was like, "Yeah, I am? Where? What kind of teeth?" And then I could remember back to when I had the surgery done to have them taken out, and yeah. It was a really good thing that it happened, but the way that it happened was very strange. When I had my braces put on, I remember being in a lot of pain. I had things on my back molars that were, I think they're called spacers, I'm not sure, I don't remember. But this time, I don't have them, and I remember having those put on was the worst part of getting the braces when I was younger. They were just these, you know when you get a filling at the dentist and they have to put the big metal cage around your tooth, the little square thing, and they tighten it up? That's what they were, but I had them on either 4 or 8 teeth. Horrible. It really hurt. That messed me up. But I remember being in pain from having them put on, and the orthodontist was trying to explain the care instructions to me, and I wasn't listening because I thought that my mom would just listen to it for me, or they would print out the information for you. But for some reason she decided to let me guess how to take care of my braces because I couldn't remember what was told to me, and it was a weird power struggle where there shouldn't have been a power struggle, and my teeth suffered, and I don't want to get too much into that again. It's weird content, but I'll put it this way. My mother does not believe in floss. She thinks that floss was invented to make money and that you don't need it. You do need floss. It's very important. It's actually incredibly important when you have crowding that you floss, because this is another thing I only found out recently. If you have crowding in your teeth, which is where they're really squished together and sometimes a little bit wonky and you've got some snaggletooth action happening, you need to have more regular dental cleanings because your teeth are going to build up plaque faster than somebody with nicely spaced teeth. I didn't know that. They didn't tell me that. I was just feeling bad. I was like, oh my god, it's because I smoke cigarettes and because I drink coffee that my teeth are always so stained. It's like, yeah, it is those things. But it's also because the teeth are just so tight together. It's like, I wish I had known that sooner. I would have been going for cleanings more often. Another thing I learned at my last cleaning, because I had a stain on my front tooth, which was embarrassing and made me feel really, like, awkward. And I'm on a dental plan where most things are covered, like, a lot. But you can book in to have just, like, a 15-minute block of scaling done on your teeth, where they scrape off the plaque and they can scrape off most stains, too. So and you have to pay for that, like it's not usually covered by insurance, but it's like $50. You could just go in there and pay $50 and they'll take your stain off. So I'm gonna do that if I have to in the future. Another thing that my mom didn't believe in was dental cleanings. I don't think I ever had a dental cleaning until I had to have the orthodontist forced her to make me have one, or forced her to pay for one before they put the braces on. That was, I think, the only time I'd ever had one up until that point. I can't remember. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, so I didn't have any dental cleanings while my braces were on. I didn't know how to brush my teeth properly. I wasn't brushing my teeth properly because I had a lot of hygiene issues as a kid. If you know, you know. You can imagine what it was like in my mouth. I remember, this is like kind of awful, and I really, really hope that they don't do this anymore, and God forbid, if any dentists or orthodontists are listening, and you have this system in place still, please rethink it, because this was like horrible. The bands on your braces, you can choose what color they are. But the orthodontist that I used to go to had a system where if you weren't taking proper care of your teeth, they only let you choose from like 3 colors. And because pretty much every kid went to like the same orthodontist that had like the same colors, if other kids saw you with braces and they had braces, they would know that you were having to choose from the bad colors. And naturally, every time I had my braces adjusted, I had the bad colors. Yeah, I do remember like one of the last times I went there, I broke down crying. And they were asking me about it, and I told them everything, and they let me choose which colors I wanted for my braces, and I'm pretty sure I made them put rainbow colors on. But yeah, that practice should stop, because I also don't think you should be putting braces on children, because seriously, I was not prepared, and they were like, yeah, it's the best time to do it, but I really didn't want it. I wanted to have crooked teeth more than I wanted to have braces put on at that age, and I wish I could have been allowed to make that decision. Then again, maybe other families don't handle things the way that my family handled things, so my braces did come off before everything was finished moving. I remember it was a whole ordeal. I'm pretty sure by the time I had my braces taken off that I was like 13 or 14. I'm not really sure. I'm sure I could figure it out if I went look through pictures. Over time, my teeth did fall back, kind of. Not completely back to how they were when I had 3 rows of teeth like a shark and I had all this horribleness happening in my mouth. It was a pretty slow decline, and it didn't get that bad. The worst that happened was that my bottom teeth, 2 of them kind of flipped back and 2 of them pushed forwards, and then I had a snaggle tooth on the top, which was the most embarrassing part for me anyway, because in pictures, if I smiled with my teeth, it looked like there was a tooth missing, and it's like the one next to the front too, so. Also because of my crossbite. If you haven't seen it, look up a picture of Tom Cruise's teeth. Just have a look, like Tom Cruise teeth, like smile, whatever. See how his teeth don't align? Mine do that, but I have enough. At least I'm pretty sure I have enough teeth. I don't think that they would have unevenly taken one out. That would be ridiculous. But like my teeth do not align top and bottom, and I think it's because of the crossbite. So I mean, Like, yeah, the first braces, they did actually get a lot of work done, even though it was kind of a ridiculous process. Shouldn't have happened because I was a child and I didn't want it, and like, ew, the whole thing was just ew, ew, ew. So I have had braces on for almost 4 months now, I think. I've had like 3 appointments, and I know that each of my appointments were pushed further than they should have been, just whatever. And everything's moving really, really good. My snaggle tooth has already moved back into like where it should be, and I'm like amazed. The only thing is that my bottom teeth are looking a little funky right now because they're being pulled into the front where they should be, and I didn't realize until they showed me my molds at my last appointment. They had been really messed up. The difference between having braces now versus having them in the 90s or the early 2000s, whenever it was I actually had them, I can't even remember. There's so much different. Like, I remember having my braces adjusted when I was a kid, and they used to have to get in there and like turn some wire. Now all they have to do is replace the bands, and I don't know if it's because my teeth need less work or I don't know, but they're comfy. They don't hurt as much as I remember them hurting in the past. I did have a couple of issues where I was learning to sleep on my side, and sometimes I sleep like on my face kind of, and if I would do that I would wake up in the morning and my braces would have like pushed into my lips, which is incredibly painful and uncomfortable. But if you put wax on the outside of your braces, and they give you special Ortho wax, I don't even know what they call it, but it's wax that you just stick into the brackets and like stick it everywhere around, and it stays in your mouth pretty good as long as you don't eat or drink much. Well, you can drink with it in there, but I still eat with it in there. I'm sure I've eaten so much of it by now, but like whatever. And your mouth heals surprisingly fast. The day that I got them put on, I came home full of regret, and I thought about having them taken off like the next day. Like, I thought about having them taken off for like an entire week after I'd had them put on, and I'm really, really glad that I stuck it out, because now I don't even notice them in my mouth. It has changed the way I talk. I can hear it. Other people say that they swear they can't hear any difference in how I talk, but I can hear it so bad, and like some days and some words it's just like the worst lisp ever, and I don't know, but it's fine. It's fine. Like, whatever. A huge benefit of braces, which people won't tell you, is that if you get lip filler and you get braces, you won't need to get lip filler while you have the braces, because they push your lips out and make them look bigger. So if you've noticed that my mouth looks different, it's the braces. I have not had more lip filler yet, but I probably will when I get them taken off, because I prefer my mouth to look bigger. I just like the way my face looks better. You can still have a dental cleaning while you have braces on. I just had one not too long ago and it was so good. So definitely book in for a dental cleaning while you have your braces on. I don't know if everybody has that misconception or just me, but like I thought you couldn't have it with braces on, and you totally can. So about food though, food is a big issue. So I'm actually like currently weight restored from an eating disorder. I struggled with anorexia. I had a relapse years ago, and for the past like 5 years, I'd say, I've been trying to gain weight, and I just succeeded. I finally hit, I don't want to say like actual numbers because I know it can be really, really triggering, so I'm not going to say how much I weigh, but I'll just let you know I hit my goal, and my goal was to weigh enough that my BMI would be considered healthy, and I did it, so go me. So food was a big concern for me when I got my braces put on, and my dentist and everyone, they know that I have an eating disorder, so I don't know why they have to know that. I guess because like if you have bulimia and stuff, it like really affects your teeth differently, but I mean, for me, I'm probably just a little bit calcium deficient. Yeah, they wanted me to have the Invisalign instead of braces, and I told them no, because I think the Invisalign will seriously affect me when it comes to food. Because I just knew that I would probably use it as an excuse to not eat. Because you can't eat with the Invisalign in. With braces, you eat with them on. And then you scrub your teeth really freaking good afterwards. So, I'm actually going to take you upstairs to my bathroom and show you what I use to floss my teeth. Sorry, my hair's got these pink curls in it. I'm just setting it right now and then I'm going to take it out. Also, yeah, I dyed it again. I don't think I told you guys. It's like dark blonde, but I think it looks brown, so I don't know. This is your new best friend if you have braces. This is called a water flosser, and don't buy a water pick. Don't buy a water pick, they're like $300. Buy this, it's from Amazon, $50. Top rated, like it's the top rated water flosser, not water pick, that's a brand name. Water flosser. I can't tell if I'm in focus, I'm really sorry if I'm not. There's a cat right underneath me, by the way. $50, you can buy it in a bunch of different colors. Obviously I chose pink. It comes with a bunch of different replaceable heads. Some of them seem different, they have like different functions. I just use this one because I don't know what they are. You just unscrew the tank. Mine's been stuck a little bit lately. You fill this up with water, close it back up, and then you turn it on while it's in your mouth and while you're over the sink, because this thing shoots water out really fast and really far. So make sure you're like, it's in your mouth when you turn it on. Don't turn it on and then put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth and then turn it on. There's a cat right underneath you. Hi, sorry. No, don't. $50 on Amazon. Yeah, it tells you have to plug it in. It has like a USB cord that comes with it, and you plug it in, and I just like plug it into my computer, and I'm like, wow, this is the future. I love the future. But you have to use it. Here's another cat coming up, but I don't think he's gonna bother you. It has 3 settings. One is clean, one is pulse, one is surf. Don't really know what surf does. Clean shoots the water really, really fast. And pulse is the setting you're supposed to use when you're first using the water flosser, so your gums get used to it. I am not used to talking so much, and I am so out of breath, and my throat is starting to hurt because I have to talk kind of loud because there's like a fan in here. So out of practice, you guys. This is embarrassing. I followed the instructions and I used the pulse setting for a week. I really recommend that you do that because it like actually kind of hurts. Like it totally hurts. I put a little bit of warm water in at the same time as cold water because I have sensitive teeth. I have to use Sensodyne. So like if you have sensitive teeth, don't worry. Like it does not hurt the same as like using the wrong toothpaste does. Sorry, I literally just dropped this on the floor as I was bringing it over to show you. So if it's dirty, don't worry. It's not going in my mouth. This is an Ortho flosser pick. You may know these like flossers that you can get that look like this. When you have braces, you need special ones so that this part here is thinner so that it can fit behind the wire and the bracket. Get these because the water flosser is not enough. Like you need to actually like manually floss as well as using the water. When I told my hygienist that I was using this and the water flosser, she was so excited to like use both. And if you don't want to use these, or there is this, oh, you can't even see it. That's so weird. It's this very thin blue needle with a huge eye on the end of it. The eye is like, I can fit my thumb through it. So this, you shove through your teeth, and then you hold it there, and you put the floss through the eye, and then you pull the whole thing through your teeth. This takes 30 minutes. You should do it once a month too. Like, even if you're using the other stuff, like you should still try like one of these flossing methods at least once a month. Oh my gosh, oh, they really came through for me. Okay, this is the other one that I prefer, but some people don't like this one because it's kind of gross because you're always using the same thing. But I find this way easier than threading that thing every time. This is just like a big plastic needle, and there's very thick floss attached to the end of it. I wasn't able to use floss like this until recently because my teeth have moved far enough apart now, but do this once a month, do the little picks, and the water flosser every day. Thank you so much for clicking on me today. There are so many things here on YouTube that you could have clicked, but you chose me, and that makes me super happy. I will see you really soon. Bye!